And we're back with another day of 7 Days to Die. Day 24. Still working on this pit. Where is my box? It's almost morning, so I'm not gonna start. We'll just wait and do all the rest of that tonight. I'm gonna drop these in here. We're gonna get the steel, get that, get that. We're gonna need our concrete. I think that should be enough. Okay, what's our food situation? I need some more ramp frames because we're gonna do the entrance while we're out there too. So I guess I'll just go ahead and eat while I'm down there. We need our poles. Let me grab that before I forget. Okay, so I'm gonna say 3 by yeah. I need one more ramp frame. No, I need wait. I need 4 more. No, I'm gonna go. So you got 3 by 3 is the entrance, and then so 5 by 5. I need 6 more of these. Should we go? Let's just do another 10, and we'll see. We will use them eventually, if not here. Even 30. And that will definitely do us. Okay, let's eat. Okay. And off we go. Let's see. Oops. Our plant fiber situation. It's getting there. We're gonna have to get a bunch more. We're gonna do some more clearing while we're up here today. first things first. I'm gonna put my steel and iron in there just so I don't screw it up. We'll bring that along just in case. Just for my own sanity, because it drives me nuts. Cool. And then we're going to deliver that iron so that we don't accidentally upgrade a hatch. So, fire axe. We're gonna make some more. Well, wait, we may not need poles. We're gonna make 9 of these. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now, okay, that's where it needs to be. 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 So where does this one go? Did I double A? Yeah, this is the one I screwed up right here. Excuse me, right here. Yes. There. Now. Upgrade that. Upgrade. Upgrade. Okay. Excellent. Which way is... Okay, so... Beautiful. Okay, now... over here. I think that'll do for now. Maybe get some more of this. cement the ground. Okay. Good. Ramps. Excellent. And let's see, we're gonna need, well, we're gonna need one of these, so we might as well make it. One hatch. We're gonna need one ladder. And we're gonna need what's the difference between a ramp, concrete ramp corner and a full corner? Is there a wood ramp corner and a wood? Here, we're gonna make one of those. And we're gonna make a full corner. And we're gonna compare them. Hey, open range. Is that what it is? It's size? Let's see, which one is this? Hey, thanks for the follow, by the way. That's the full corner. Okay. I think I kind of like the full corner. So, we can get 3 more of these. Can this be scrapped? Yes. Welcome back to the channel, my friend. So you play on PS4. What kind of stuff do you like to do? Just survive. Sweet. Now it's finally starting to look like some people live here, huh? You can see you can see my groove where I ran frames to measure out to dig for the thing. I'm gonna eventually like flatten all of this out with frames, I think, just to get it looking like something. And we're gonna do a little more clearing out here while it's daylight. Let's see, the forest ground should come with us. That can go in here. I guess I'll put the bow back up. No. Yeah, when I cast right out of the Xbox, which I need to. Now I've kind of gotten. I've been casting off and on for fun for I don't know 2 or 3 years, maybe 4. Um, just right out of the Xbox, and I built a new computer last year, so about a year ago. With the one of the reasons not just for gaming but also because I'd kind of like to stream for real. And I guess I really at some point should like get it going and actually start doing it. I just haven't taken the time to do it, and I should. But what I'm getting at is when I stream out of the Xbox doesn't give you any like there are no bells and whistles on this thing as far as I don't know what the PlayStation app for Twitch is like, but it's really basic for Xbox. And so I don't get any kind of notifications when somebody follows. And I use a tablet to watch chat, but for whatever, and that the Android app on phone is actually pretty good. But for whatever reason the tablet app is just not that great. I didn't even realize there was a difference, but they don't seem to work the same. So That's my long-winded, rambly explanation as to why I don't know when anybody follows me. Like if I happen to check my phone, I'll get the email notification on there, and I try to remember to do that, but I like never do at the end of the stream. So much appreciated. And sorry I didn't say anything before. I think that actually offends some people, you know. And it's not that I don't want to thank them, it's just that I don't know that they followed. Yeah, it like the mini bike, it can be elusive, and well, really, I mean, I think it's pretty random. Any of the schematics can be. It's always like, there's always like one that you never get, and like you'll get like 5 or 6 of the others. Like my last game I streamed was like the worst example of it I've ever seen personally in my play. I think I got like 6 Spiked Club schematics before I ever got the mini bike. I've never gotten the crossbow. I've never played with the crossbow in this game. I've got almost 1,000 hours in this game, and I've never played with the crossbow because the only time I've ever gotten the schematic was like I've gotten it like a couple, 3 times, but it was always like day 1 on a playthrough where, you know, I have a rule: if I die on day 1, I have to start over. I don't play permadeath, but day 1 has permadeath rules just because it's you know, I kind of feel like if you die on day 1, you failed. Just personal, you know, just the way I do it. No judgments if anyone does anything differently, obviously. But so I either died or just decided the map sucked, because I always play random gen also, and you know, sometimes the map seeds are just god awful. When I was starting this stream last weekend, the first one out the gate, I had a really great start, like a really phenomenally good start, like on day 1, and then like went running around looking for a place to settle, and like realized the map was just absolutely terrible. So I had to restart that one, because it's kind of like, you know, before you spend, you know, hundreds of hours on a game, you know, you kind of want to make sure you actually enjoy where you are, you know, like it's actually gonna be fun to play on. Like this map had a like a big lake in the middle of it, and I don't really mind the lake maps so much, because usually they have roads running around to different towns, but this one really didn't. It just kind of had this big lake in the middle, and another one kind of to the southeast of that continued on to the east. But this lake extended all the way out to the radiation on the west side of the map. Like it literally cut the map in half. And then on the east side of the lake, there's like a little, you know, there was like, you know, a little bit of area with nothing in it. And then there was this massive hub city, which I don't know if you've run into hubs yet, but they're nasty. And it was just a mess. But anyway, I'm rambling. But yeah. So I've gotten the mini bike schematic, but it's always been on like you know, the first day, and then it was on a game that I didn't play. Or no, sorry, not mini bike, the crossbow. Since the game counted the mini bike by 14. Well, the thing about I've only had a mini bike like once, actually. I usually just hunker down. I usually build next to a town, so I've got everything I need to like build the base. And then I don't really worry about the mini bike till I'm ready to go explore. But I'm a, you know, a real settler type, you know what I mean? Like I play, you know, very conservatively, relatively conservatively. I'm sure there are people that are more conservative about it, but like, you know, I hunker down where I'm at and like make use of what I've got. So I've honestly never really gotten the mini bike that early, but I've never really needed it either. I mean, I guess I don't know. Do you explore? You like to explore a lot early on and like do a lot of looting? I could see that necessitating it a lot. You know, I'll get the Tyrannosaurus perk so I can sprint for, you know, long distances. In fact, I probably ought to finish that off. I've only got 3 levels of it right now. So if you're settled in a town, you can pretty much sprint everywhere. I don't know, just a personal preference. Yeah, yeah, I could see that definitely making a huge difference. Now, eventually, once I get set up, and I'm kind of getting a little stir crazy. All I've done for like a couple of game weeks is freaking dig and build under this base. Um, I think after the next horde, you know, maybe even before, it depends on when we get all this finished. I'm gonna basically take this town apart. So it's not like I don't loot. I just don't. It's just like if I can farm the first couple days, I'm all about that. You know, that kind of thing. Because I like to get anything renewable that I can up and going, and so I don't have to worry about the, you know, take the randomness out of it. Get good food going. Cornbread is usually what I sustain on, and that's all a bit of work the first few days. You know, whereas you could loot and get a bunch of canned food, but I like the cornbread because it, you know, you start raising your wellness. I don't know. It's just my strategy, just the way I do it. That's what's so awesome about this game is there are a million different ways to play it and different play styles and whatnot. I think on the next one, I think I'm gonna force myself to do like semi nomad kind of thing. I'm not gonna go like true nomad the way I gather some people do it, but like only build bases and POIs, which I'm not generally a fan of, but for purposes of this playthrough, do it that way and like do tons of looting early on. Try to see what all you can get done by looting and, you know, using the trader a lot more. Like I don't usually use the trader that much in the early game. Yeah, I'll do bacon and eggs. Well, generally like day one is just survival and finding a place to settle, you know, and if I don't find it day one, you know, hopefully day two, which is what happened on this one. I spent my first night in you know, built a little quick tree house out in the middle of nowhere because I didn't know where I was and hadn't found anything yet. So I'll try to get a couple kills during, you know, day one, you know, and I'll make bacon and eggs for that. And then day two, I'll try to go out. Like day two is like assuming I'm where I'm gonna be, or, you know, if not, day three, when I'm, you know, once I get to where I'm gonna be, I'll like dedicate whatever that next day is to just hunting. You know, try to get a bunch of leather together because you need a poncho, you need leather for a forge, and you get a bunch of meat from that. So like first week, yeah, bacon and eggs is my thing. But after that, I like to, if I've found corn, I like to be farming and have it up and running. So that's like that diet kicks in like, you know, sometime around the second week, hopefully, so I don't have to deal with hunting. Because the thing about hunting is it's kind of a time sink. You know, you gotta go out and find game and, you know, whatnot. You know, and here again, if you're like all about exploring and looting stuff, that's a good way to do it because you can explore and find POIs that way. But generally, the way I go is I just hunker down and, you know, make use of what's around me. Find a good spot and make use of what's around, essentially. And farming's really, really good for that. I find. And then what I'll do while I'm raising my wellness, I'll save any meat that I get, and then stock up on when I get potatoes going. I'll keep meat stew around. So then once you cap your wellness, you can use meat if you take any hits, like if you die or take any hits from taking damage and stuff. You can patch it up really easily with the meat stew. And if I'm capped, I'll switch to the basically bottled water and baked potato diet, because that cuts down on your jar costs. You don't have to, cornbread. You have to use a jar, a bottle of water each one. But yeah, bacon and eggs is great. It's nice and chunky. That's usually my week one diet for sure. When we got that patch last fall where we could finally loot corn out of plains, oh god, that was like, I think that might be my favorite thing. The new POIs are great, but lootable corn, beautiful. Never thought I'd play a video game where I got so freaking excited about corn. I'm just kind of cleaning this up. Really, the main thing I need to do is get all the trees and rocks out of here, which it looks like I did. There's maybe some stuff up on that hill that can go. But I need plant fibers because I need to finish off my tool crafting, so I can make good tools. So I just figured while we're up here doing this, and then we'll get back on finishing out the pit. It's pretty much there. The heavy lifting's been done. I just got to finish those corners, which is like my least favorite thing to do, because I'm scared to death of heights, and it really messes with me. Nerd pulling up like that. Like I get queasy just standing next to, like, opening those hatches, over there. Plus, it's kind of nice to clear all this out of here. When, you know, anywhere you're going to be working around and hanging out, and you know, so it makes it easier to see crawlers. Oh, that sucks. That's cool. You can watch streams while you're at work, though. I know, right? Supposedly, I've seen it on video on PC. There's a mod you can get. It gives you like a lawnmower machete, and you can like or makes your machete work that way, where you can knock down like whole fields of uh, of grass with that. Yeah, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's just one of those things in the game that's got to be done at times. I don't know if you heard, but we're supposed to get a. They announced over the winter that console is getting a like some kind of major patch this year. And I'm hoping for all kinds of stuff with that. Like, I don't know. I know a lot of people are like, you know, hopefully we'll get all the electrical stuff, and that would be great. I'm not counting chickens on that though. You know, one thing at a time. I hope they fix the stability issues. Multiplayer could use some love. And I'd really like the craftable machete. It just looks so cool on PC. Everybody uses it. I love the hunting knife, and I imagine the machete's even better. Compound bow would probably be cool. I'd really like the offset iron bars, because you know right now all we have on console, we have iron bars, we just don't have the we only have the centered ones. Yeah, it would be nice. It would definitely be nice to be able to mod this. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit more of this, and then maybe kind of line this up a little bit, and then we'll get back on some building. I've got the PC version. I'm probably gonna start playing it before too long. I don't know. I just started on Xbox, and like, even though we're kind of limited compared to the PC version, we're like really limited compared to the PC version. Like it's still an awesome game. It's like still like really engaging, and I don't know. I kind of feel like my work here is not done. You know what I mean? Before kind of gives you something to look forward to. I don't know. Plus, I like sitting on the couch. There aren't a ton of games like this for console, I find. There are a lot of really good games, but like as far as like, having a lot of depth and where you can build stuff and be creative and, it's a little limited. Damn it, I hate those things. But it sounds like there's some really good mods for this. Like, there's a buddy of mine who comes by the stream pretty often. Um, he's got a couple servers on PC, and he runs I think War of the Walkers on one of them. He loves that mod. I don't know really anything about it, but apparently it's fantastic. And I've seen streamers play a Starvation mod, and that looks nuts. Like, you've got whole different attributes. You got to maintain your sanity, and there's like food spoilage and stuff like that. Well, that's cool. That gives me a little area to work within, to clear whenever I next need plant fibers. I'll work on it some more another time. I think hopefully that's enough to get us to 500. Hopefully. I don't know. I blazed through plant fibers doing that. Kind of take one little quick another run around here and knock out any trees and stuff. These little scrubby trees. How far is that? I think that's okay. Wow. Because one thing I've noticed on Horde nights, if zombies can get stuck on something, they will. I don't know if this is how, it's probably a little far, but not that far. Plus the extra little shot of iron from these boulders are great. Or is great. Looks good. Certainly clear enough for a horde night, huh? I tend to procrastinate on doing that, so it's kind of good to get it out of the way. Alright, so that can go in there. This will stay. That comes with us. That comes with us. This comes with us. This comes with us. Actually, that'll stay. You know what? This can come with us too. That stays. Stay, 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 stay. Stay. Oops. Cool. I'm still not totally organized yet. I'm still kind of getting moved in here. I just built this place like last week, or over the last week. Oh, sweet. It's full. Okay, on to the next one. Let's see. A little math here. Times 5 divided by 60. In about 70 minutes. 68 minutes, actually. Did I leave my iron outside? Well, we've got a minute. I want to check something real fast. Oh, sweet. No, it must be in the pit. I hope it is, because otherwise I have no freaking idea what I did with it. Ah, cool, 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 cool. Good, good, good. Forgot to stash that. Alright, let's see. Let's take it all just to be safe. I don't have to be stuck up there and find out I've got to come back down. That would suck. Not a fan of heights. In case I haven't mentioned that in the last 10 minutes. Okay, let's see. Make like another 40 of these. Okay, okay, that's done, that's done. Now we'll do this one. Alright, alright. Oh, stop snowing while I do this. It's some weird lag. Ah. Alright, check all my corners, make sure everything's good. Yeah. Yeah, all that looks good now. Everything's good all the way down. Yeah, yep. Cool, cool. Alright, shaft is done. Finally. That's the part that I like the least of all this. Okay. Let's see. Where's my box? Okay, this can all go back in. This we're gonna need. This we're gonna need. That we're gonna need. Okay. Gotta finish out the ceiling in here. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and lay frames in, because being up a block helps with this. Which way is that? West. Okay, just so I remember where my stuff is. Okay, cool. Alright, did I get this corner too? Yeah, well. It's not gonna matter over there. Okay, now. Right here, there was a weird sandy spot. So I wanna, that's why I've got this supported, so I lost a block up there. Just sand was chunking out. So I'm gonna start over here, actually. And I think we're gonna start on, we're gonna do the inside first. And I like to kind of start in the middle so you kind of know where you are. No! Damn it! I knew I was gonna do that. Here, I'm gonna go around and before I stick frames up. Awesome. Excellent. Finally got that done. Now, behind these frames, there's more I'm gonna do back there. I'm gonna have a fallback position in case a cop blows out a pillar or one of these ramp columns or something. I'm gonna have like an little extra thing up here. In fact, eventually I may even have another one still beyond that. I might take some block. Like I don't know. I don't know if I've got room for it. Maybe take these blocks out and have like a sniping porch up top. But I'll need like an exploding crossbow. I think for that and that's way down the line. I'm kind of curious. I've never played with this. I've never had a. I'm basically where I was horde wise. I think I had just done the 28-day horde last week or 2 weeks ago in the base I built just like this that I didn't stream. So we'll see how it goes. I think I didn't I pretty much only had like specials spiders were the extent of the specials that I had up to that point. But in any case, we're getting there. Let's see, now I've got to put in an entrance. And let me pull my diagram out so I know how far I need to go. Because I'm just this part along with these areas back here. I just keep the frames up so I don't get when I'm rotating around here I don't get caught on a block. So it's north for sure, and 6 blocks. 6 blocks from that chest or from that crate. Sweet, and it's right there. I'm gonna go one more. We'll just leave that. Okay, now. Always. Always and forever. Beautiful. Hey, need more stuff? Yeah, no, I'm casting out of console. But yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was just concentrating on what I was doing. Sorry if I missed your chat. But yeah, ask away whenever. just an estimate, but I'm sure it's close enough. Okay. Gonna see what we can do with the what all we can get done up there with the steel we've got. I'm trying to keep I don't want to over make stuff, so. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, what's your question? Needs more stuff. Welcome back to the channel, by the way. PvP. I'm going to read this so in case anybody's not white. Would you consider doing PvP with some friends or randoms by either playing normally or spawning stuff in with a cheat mode? I know it's 4 player limit, but I think you might enjoy it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I find it's kind of hard to play more than one game of 7 days at the same time, just because you kind of lose track of, like, you confuse what you've done in one with the other, like schematics and what perks you've gotten and stuff. But when I get like further along in this, I'd be up for something like that. How do you do a cheat mode on the console? I'm not aware of any way to do any cheats, unless you just mean like creative. Boom! There goes our collection of iron so far. I'm probably gonna have to go bouldering at some point. I think. I don't know. There's still plenty more digging to do in here, so we'll see. But let's see. We're gonna let that go. I could see that being pretty fun. Yeah, yeah. Stay in touch with me, and we could talk about it. I just can't commit to anything like that right now because I'm pretty into doing this. Um, but when I get further along, like when this base is done and I can start exploring, and I kind of unclench a little bit and start exploring, probably, yeah. I'd say like it'd probably be like, a week or two ish. Okay, well, let's see. Well, since we're here, let's go ahead and. She's hot. She's cold. She's hot. She's cold. Alright, so. What am I doing? Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you've had a chance to come by. Glad you've enjoyed it. I'm gonna try a little trick with this. Never done this before, but I've been told if you jack these up and then do the scrapping. Yeah, my D-pad is just borked on this controller. I've got a different. I've got. Well, I have two controllers that I swap in and out, and the other one's fine. But this one, like, the right D-pad is just. I noticed it on stream last night. And I need to be making shovels. See, it just doesn't. It just sticks. So that's pretty cool. You can use two separate queues in the use the workbench queue for scrapping and your production queue for the axes. Let's stop that. Oh, you know what? I think it was producing in the workbench also. Well, I don't think that would matter though. I don't know. Something's weird about that. I should have gotten a skill up at some point in that. Also, where did my stone go? There it is. Yeah, that's cool and all, but it's a little weird. I don't know. Maybe I'll do clubs. I'll do weapons like that. Um. But anyway, yeah, no. Really? Well, I don't want to burn the iron for that though. I usually do like I do stone axes until the 400s, and then I do shovels. But in any case, it's after 3:30. I like to stop the stream around 3:30 every night just to get a reset and avoid the dreaded MD5 error that we have here on Xbox. I've had one before. The last game I streamed, and it sucks. So I try to be good about resetting the stream, like every 2 hours, which works nice on the 120-minute days. So I'm gonna stop this here. Take a little break. I'll be back in a little bit. Tomorrow we're gonna go. We need a bunch of scrap iron for what you call it, for spikes, and that's really about it. But it'll kind of get me out of the base for a while. I kind of wouldn't mind going and taking down a couple POIs just to do something different. What is it, day 25? So we've got a couple days before the horde. Pretty much all we have left to do in there is but we got to finish upgrading to steel. We got to get spikes up, upgrade those, and we got to get our poles up. And that's pretty much. And then and I'd like to put some torches out. Basically, that's the extent of what needs to be done on the pit. But yeah. So all right, it's almost 4. So I'm gonna stop this here. I will I'm just gonna take a break and get something to eat, and I'll be back shortly. Probably about a half an hour, I'd say, 15 minutes, half an hour, somewhere in there. Thanks for joining, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you again.